Let's take a look at the chart action for Bitcoin. Okay, so here's a couple things that I was looking at on my chart. Ever since we've been trending down, I've been looking at the previous bottoms for support. I had limit orders at this bottom of the bodies on the daily time frame right here at 35,044. We actually came down, hit that limit order, and looks like we're getting a bounce. I also had one at this wick right here that we came down to and got a bounce at 33,044. And then the other one that I was looking at is this bottom over here at 29,561. Like I said, we came down, hit my limit order right here, and it looks like we're kind of getting a bounce. Right now, we're underneath the moving average on the daily time frame. So until we break back above that, I'm not really sure what's going to happen. In general, what I want to see us do is break above that 9 moving average so we can start getting more bullish. If we jump into the smaller time frames though, let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. It does look like we're bouncing up, but we haven't broke this 9 moving average on the 4-hour. I think if we could break above that, that might give us a little pump and we might be able to come up and hit this little resistance line that we have right here. Let's go ahead and do a trend line. We have resistance, resistance, and resistance. Let's set up that trend line right here. I'm wondering if we can keep this momentum going up to maybe hit this trend line somewhere over here. Maybe we'll get rejected. Maybe we'll get pushed up. This trend line is sitting at around 38,439, 38,400 approximately. It really just depends on where we hit the trend line if we can continue the momentum going up. It's even possible that we stop this momentum and get pushed down by the moving average right here at around 36,637. So I think the other thing we could do, let's jump into the 1-hour time frame. We actually did break the 9 moving average on the 1-hour time frame, and it does look like we're getting some support on it. So this is a good sign. Maybe we can come and break the 4-hour next. But let's go back to the 1-hour. What I'm thinking of doing is doing an upwards trend line. We have support right here and support right here. Let's go ahead and draw this trend line going to the upside. I'm very curious how long we're going to hold support on this trend line and push to the upside. Maybe we'll keep going up. Maybe we'll break down. I think if we break this trend line going to the downside, that's going to be a bearish signal. And we could start looking at these bottoms again. Pretty much the next one in my opinion. I think some of the main things that I'm watching right now are the moving averages. 1-hour time frame, we're above it. 4-hour time frame, we're below it. We want to break above it. Next, we want to hit up the daily. And if we go ahead and delete these trend lines, the moving average is kind of high right now. So what I'm thinking is it might take a while before this moving average comes down and we're able to break through it a little more easily. The other thing I was looking at is if we go to the daily time frame, we have resistance and resistance. This is looking like it's trending up slightly. The other thing I noticed is we have a bottom right here, and if we can hold this bottom right here and maybe get a bounce, then this is also trending up. This is a higher low. So I'm wondering if maybe we can form some sort of W pattern. If we get a bounce right here and start coming up, this is purely speculation, but if we can come up and bounce through here and then break out, maybe it could be reversal. I'm not really counting on that, but I'm kind of curious if we can do that because we have this bottom right here. We have a higher high right there, boom. We got this high, and then we got a high, higher highs, and then we have this low, and then we have a low right here if we can hold it. If we go lower than this orange line right here, then I'm starting to look at this bottom right here and even potentially lower. I'm not even sure where the next spot would be. I kind of want to cross these bridges before we start looking at the next ones because I'm really hoping that we can get a bounce on one of these orange lines and start heading back up and start breaking these moving averages so we can get some better movement. But in general, it has been looking pretty bearish, and I'm not sure where we're going to get a bounce on. I think some of the main things that I'm watching right now is on the 4-hour or the 1-hour or 4-hour time frame. We have this little resistance line going down like this. Let's see if we can continue this momentum and push up and hit this trend line. Let's go back to the 1-hour time frame and let's draw this upward trend line as well. Until we break this trend line going to the downside, I'm thinking it's possible that maybe we could come up and hit this level up here at around 38,300. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up. If you wanna, I talked about moving averages in this video. If you're interested in learning more about moving averages, you should check out this video right here. I go more into detail on the moving averages and how I use them. If you guys liked the video, hit that thumbs up and I'll see you in the next one.